Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to come on here and discuss mental health. Mental health is something that we all have as an individual and something that we all deal with as an individual. Mental health is things that we are shaped with from childhood until adulthood. We all deal with mental health issues in some way, shape, or form. Again, it starts in childhood and we carry it until adulthood. So, as children, we are programmed with the different experiences or the wisdom and knowledge of our loved ones who raised us, like our parents, our grandparents, and people of that nature. So from the time that we are born up until adulthood, we are programmed with these different mental health issues. And when we don't take the time out as an individual person to become still with ourselves, when we're in adulthood, we are programmed with these mental health issues, and our life is shaped by the mental health issues that we had growing up from childhood that we carried into adulthood. So we start experiencing and expressing different things in our lives unconsciously, because we truly don't know at core who we are. So the different mental health issues that we were brought up with until adulthood, from childhood, this is how we live our lives. And from us being programmed for a long time, from childhood until adulthood, we pick up these habitual habits and we begin to live our life that way, and it begins to shape our lives. And here we are living our lives in adulthood and thinking that we're living our lives the right way. And because we're thinking that we're living our lives the right way, we start to get results in our lives. And a lot of the times, or 95% of the times, we're creating or manifesting results that we don't want. And because of the mental health issues that shaped us, that's all we know. So if we never take the time to become still or get some help when it comes to our mental health issues, we be 60, 70, 80 years old still creating and manifesting things that we don't want, because we never took the time to see or learn who we are at the very core. And because of 95% of the population is unconsciously aware of who they are, they're manifesting and creating things in our realities that they really don't like. And instead of getting help, we tend to point fingers. And this is how we become the victim in our lives, because we begin to point fingers at everybody else and blame people and places and things for the results that we're getting in our lives, not realizing that if we take the time to become still and learn who we are at the core and become consciously aware of what's taking place, we can then begin to create and manifest the lives that we want. Because guess what? We are creating our lives anyway. And because we were taught the wrong way in the upbringing, we're not conscious creators. We're unconscious creators. So us being unconscious creators, we're manifesting things in our reality that's not so desirable. And again, this is how we become victims. However, in order to become a conscious creator, you really have to take the time out and be still with yourself and learn who you are at core. Learn to become a conscious creator. However, you become a conscious creator by working on yourself, holding yourself accountable, taking self-accountability, and gaining self-awareness of who you truly are and what you were truly put here on this earth to do. A lot of the times, or 95% of the population is living in darkness. And in order to have light, you have to step away from the darkness. You have to step away from the fear. You have to step away from the shame, the guilt, the illusion of the world. Because as long as we're living under this illusion, we're going to keep creating unconsciously. And the goal is to become a conscious creator. And you do that by being still and getting to know who you are. Closing the door to the external things outside of you and learning to go within. And learning how mental health is very important to each individual on the planet of this earth, because this is what shapes our life. This is what shapes our reality. And this is what shapes the manifestations and the results that we bring upon in our lives. We have nobody to blame for the things that happen in our lives but ourselves. And again, because of 95% of the population is unhealed, we never know these things. So we're constantly living this life from the things that our parents or our grandparents taught us, and they only taught us from what they knew. They were taught the wrong way, and they were taught unconsciously how to create their lives. But the goal is to become a conscious creator, learn who you are, and allow someone to help you with your mental health issues. If you're dealing with something in your life, if you're depressed, if you're stressed, if you're anxiety, allow someone to help you as an individual person so that you can become free and be set free from within. Your mental health issues have nothing to do with anything outside of you. It is all within. And again, because we were programmed for such a long time, when you begin to be still with yourself and learn to become a conscious creator, it's kind of tough, but you will endure, and it will be the best thing that ever happened to you. However, I just want to share with you how thankful I am to have been set free within myself, and to become how I became a conscious creator. When you know better, you do better. And in order to become a conscious creator from an unconscious one, and in order to have self-awareness from not having self-awareness, is to become still with yourself and allow someone to help you with your mental health issues. Allow you to process the things that's taking place in your life, because you are creating your life, whether you realize it or not. Whether you are awake or asleep, you are creating your life, and we cannot blame people, places, and things outside of us for the results that we're getting in our lives. We only have to blame self, and the only person that we have to change is self. And we do that by being still with ourselves, by allowing ourselves to find some type of light when it comes to creating reality. Because again, for so long we live in the darkness and we never know that there's a light side. I tell people all the time that there's more to life than what we can physically see with our two eyes, and that's tapping into alignment with yourself at the core. Because at the very core, we are creators, and we were put here to create and manifest the things that we want or desire in our life. And because we are creators at core, it's nothing that we can't be, do, or have when it comes to the three-dimension world. But if you never become still with yourself and learn who you are at core, and learn to heal the mental health issues, and learn to change the programming from the upbringing that you were under, you will still be manifesting and creating undesirable things in your life that you don't like or that you don't want. And you will have the victim mentality and begin to continue to blame people outside of you. And that's not the way it works. The goal is to become a conscious creator, again, because we're creating our lives anyway. So why not become consciously aware of who you are and what's taking place within you? Because what you're full of will be reflected back to you and projected back to you. So why not learn to do it the right way? Why not receive some type of professional help, or allow yourself to become still so that you can do the work within yourself and heal yourself and begin to create the life that you truly want. Again, I'm so thankful that I allow myself to become a conscious creator, because for so long, from my upcoming and my programming, I created and manifested things for so long that I didn't want, or that I didn't like, or that I was uncomfortable with, not knowing that I was the one creating my reality, because I had the victim mentality. And when you have the victim mentality, you can't seem to go within to know that anything that's manifesting outside, that you are creating it, because you're full of the victim mentality. And that's all you know because of that programming. The goal is to learn the new programming. The goal is to become a better version of yourself. We aren't supposed to be comparing our lives to anything outside of us. The goal is to become better than you was in the past, and to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. And I'm so thankful to have this wisdom and this knowledge, and full of joy, and walking in so much freedom, because I'm a better version of myself than I was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or last year. I'm a better version of myself, and that's the goal in life, to become a better version of yourself so that you can create and manifest the things that you want in your life. But if you never learn to become a better version of yourself, you're going to keep getting results that you don't want, and you can't blame no one but yourself. I shared with someone today that when I was younger, I used to see a counselor, and they used to come pull me out of school. And because I didn't have no wisdom or knowledge of what was taking place, I used to be embarrassed or feel embarrassed from getting pulled out of school to go talk to a counselor that I had no clue or no knowledge of what was taking place. All I know is this counselor was jotting down everything that I say on this notepad. So basically he was figuring me out at core, and basically what word can I use? He was basically, again, just figuring me out, who I was at the core and why I was dealing with the things that I was dealing with. But because I never had knowledge of it, I really didn't care. So as I got older, and as I began to figure out who I was at core, now that I'm older, I would love to talk to a counselor or a therapist. However, because I've gained the knowledge and wisdom from self-mastery, I really don't need a counselor or a therapist, because basically I'm doing the same things that they do. I just didn't get a degree for it. So again, the goal is to become free, to become a better version of yourself, so that you can now begin to create the life that you want, and stop playing the blame game and blaming people, places, and things for what's taking place. A lot of the dysfunction that's in us came from the programming and the upbringing that we were under as children. And because the people who raised us didn't know, they taught us what they knew. So this is why we create and manifest things for so long that we don't want, because we didn't know. But as you began to get to an age, or began to know that there's more to life than what you can physically see, you will learn who you truly are at core. Because again, we were put here to create. We were just, again, taught the wrong way, and we were unconsciously aware of what's been taking place in us. I'm so thankful to know that, I'm so thankful to be consciously aware that I create and manifest the life that I want, and that is nothing that I can't be, do, or have, because what you're full of is what you're going to be creating. So if you're full of darkness, you're going to create a lot of things that you don't want. But if you're full of light, you're going to create and manifest the things that you want, because you know who you truly are at core. Again, we all are using the power. A lot of people are just unconsciously aware. They're just asleep. They have no type of awareness who they are, because they're still asleep. And it's okay. However, there is more to life than what you can physically see with your two eyes. And it's the creation of life that we're all full of, and that we all have the power to create. So if you're getting results in your life that you don't like, or if you're creating things that you don't like, the only person to check is yourself. Learn to go within and figure out who you are at core. It's important and it's imperative. Unless you want to be 60, 70, 80 years old, still creating and manifesting the things that you don't want in life, it's your choice. Because again, it's no one or nobody to change but self. Capital letters. But again, I just want to say how free I am, how I am a better version of myself, or how I'm becoming a better version of myself each day, how I'm becoming more consciously aware of what's taking place, and that I don't need anything outside of me to get what I want, because all of the answers are within me. Only thing I have to do is become still with myself. And I know that the outside world is an illusion, and I make it the outside world what it is. So why not begin to become still and create the life that you truly want? I just wanted to come on here and share that with you, YouTube. I love you, and I'll see you later.